Good morning. We are going to speak about lexical stylistic devices. We'll discuss today metaphor, metonymy, irony, sarcasm, paradox, zeugma, pun, episode, oxymoron, antonomasia, hyperbole, understatement. The first one is similar. Definition. What is similar? Comparing to unlike things using like or as. For example, she ran like the wind. Running, the wind are unlike things. When you compare the speed of running to the speed of the wind, you are using similar. And another examples. The snow was as thick as a blanket. She was as light as a feather. You are acting like a baby. She eats like a pig. She drinks like a fish. He is working like a dog. They are fighting like cat and dog. Which of the following is not an example of a simile? Please. He is as messy as a pig when he eats. He eats like a pig. He is a pig. When a writer uses similar, two unlike things are being compared. The words like or as are being used to make the comparison. The next device is about metaphor. The definition of a metaphor is similar to the definition of a simile. But there is one important difference between the two. Remember, the definition of similar has two parts. Two unlike things are being compared. The words like or as are being used to make the comparison. They will also the parts to the definition of the metaphor. Metaphor and simile. What's the difference between? Use the following examples, figure out the definition of a metaphor. Similar. Fido is like a teddy bear. Fido is as soft as a teddy bear. And the metaphor, Fido is a teddy bear. Similar, that boy is like a pig. That boy is as messy as a pig. And then, metaphor, that boy is a pig. Comparing two similar things, but using like or as. Comparing two similar things without using like or as. Comparing two unlike things by using like or as. Comparing two unlike things without using like or as. Which of the following is correct? Definition is a metaphor. Metaphor is comparing two unlike things without using like or as. That's right. More examples. Thanks for helping me. You are an angel. The people in that club are just a bunch of sheep. You are such a busy bee. They were good friends at first, but then things turned sour. All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Thanks for helping me. You are an angel. The people in that club are just a bunch of sheep. You are such a busy bee. They were good friends at first, but then things turned sour. All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Also, similes and metaphors both compare unlike things. Metaphor don't use the words like or as. And the next device is a metonymy. Consists of two Greek words, meta, means change or substitution. Onoma means name, uses something related but isn't a part. Examples, he is fond of reading Dickens. The pen is mightier than the sword. The press wields enormous power. Gray hairs should be respected. Metonymy is based on different types of relations between the dictionary and contextual meanings. A relation is based on association, connecting the two concepts, and these meanings represent proximity. The proximity may be revealed in the relations between the instrument and the action performed with this instrument. His pen is rather sharp. The pen is mightier than the sword. In relation between the container and the thing is contains, the whole applauded. In the relation where the concrete is put for the abstract, as in the example of the word power is replaced by camp, pulpit, the camp and pulpit, and the law for each man's sons are free, by Percy Bysshe Shelley. He went about her room after his introduction, looking at her pictures, her bronzes and clays, asking after the creator of this, the painter of that, where a third scene came from, by Theodore Dreiser. In relation where a part is put for a whole, this relation is also called synecdoche. Uses a part to represent the whole. Examples: I have many mouths to feed. Man cannot live by bread alone. Check out my new wheels. Here, wheels is an example of synecdoche used to refer to a car. In this example, a part of a car, its wheels, is used to represent the car as a whole. The next device is about irony. Irony comes from the Greek word ironia, meaning slight mockery. Irony is based on the simultaneous realization of two logical meanings, dictionary and contextual, but the two meanings are in opposition to each other. The literal meaning is the opposite of the intended meaning. That's why irony is based on the opposition of what's said to what is meant. And the next device is about sarcasm. Sarcasm is a sharp, bitter, or cutting expression or remark, a bitter gibe or taunt. The sarcastic content of the statement will be dependent upon the context in which it appears. And the next device is about paradox. Comes from the Greek word paradoxon, which means unexpected. It's the statement that appears to be self-contradictory or silly, but may include a latent trust. It's also used to illustrate an opinion or statement contrary to accepted traditional ideas. A paradox is often used to make a reader think over an idea in an innovative way. For example, I must be cruel to be kind. Child is father of the man. The next device is about oxymoron. Oxymoron is a figure of speech that has two contradictory words appearing side by side. Oxymoron is a combination of two words in which meaning is opposite in sense. For example, minor miracle, old news, only choice, loud whisper, same difference, seriously funny, and small crowd. Oxymoron has the following structure models. Adjective plus noun, for example, an honest life, devout assist, adverb plus adjective, pleasantly ugly, horribly beautiful, noun of noun, student teacher, verb plus adverb, she cried silently. The next device is about antonomasia. Antonomasia comes from the Greek antonomasian, that means to name differently. Antonomasia is the result of interaction between logical and nominal meaning of the word. It's the usage of the proper name is used instead of a common noun, and vice versa is common noun instead of proper noun. That's why there are two types of antonomasia. When the proper name of the person who famous for same reasons is put for a person having the same feature. Her husband is an Othello. A common noun is used instead of a proper name to say about his features and reveal character. For example, Miss Sharp, my dear, simplicity, Mr. Zero, Mr. Snake, I agree with you, Mr. Logic. The next device is about exaggerated, meaning is about hyperbole. Hyperbole is exaggerate statements and phrases to show emphasis. You could have knocked me over with a Feather, I have told you million times. It is a exaggerate meanings. You don't know million times, but you have told you million times you said that. Let's check your knowledge. Which of the following is the correct definition hyperbole? A major understatement, the opposite of exaggeration. B. A true statement that accurately describes a person, place, or thing. C. A major exaggeration or overstatement uses the emphasis of humor. That's right. A major exaggeration or overstatement uses for emphasis or humor is the correct answer C. That's right. Hyperbole. Think about the following examples of hyperbole. My backpack weighs a ton. The wolf was 100 feet high. His nose is length of the river Nile. It's a hyperbole. Weighs of a ton, 100 feet high, length of a river Nile. It's a exaggerate meaning. The next device is about understatement. Understatement, hyperbole is aimed at exaggerating quantity or quality when it's directed the opposite way. When the size, shape, dimensions, characteristic features of the object are not overrated, but intentionally underrated. We deal with understatement, for example, the little woman, for she was a pocket size, crossed her hands solemnly, said that John Glassworthy. She wore a pink hat the size of a button, said by John Reed. The next device is about personification. Personification is giving human traits and characteristics to something that isn't human, such as animals, objects, or non-living things. Think of it this way. When a writer uses personification, he or she gives characteristics of a person to an animal, object, or thing. Personification examples: the willow tree shook her long hair. Explanation: the example is referring to the way that the pillow tree's long branches sway in the wind. By saying shook her long hair, the tree is given characteristics of a human. But don't shook her long hair by the tree. That's given characteristics of a human. Personification: the car danced across the icy road. The angry clouds marched across the sky. The stars in the clear night sky winked at me. The tulips nodded their heads in the breeze. Let's check your knowledge. Which of the following sentences contain personification? The wind jogged the leaves. The wind blew the leaves. The wind moved the leaves. Which? The wind jogged the leaves. It's the correct answer. That's right. Thank you for your attention. If you liked my video, please